I mean, we're taking this serious.
Yeah, we're taking this seriously. We're gonna dominate the game. I shouldn't say we. I am taking this seriously. We're a team. We're a team. Stay strong, buddy. It's all right. I didn't mean that. I did not mean that.
It's okay.
It came out wrong.
No, it's all good.
Anyways. Welcome back to the MTA podcast, the number one podcast out right now, undefeated. Guys, we're pulling in a ton of views. We have over 45 views in one day on one podcast. Yeah, that's pretty good. And welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for listening.
Big numbers for one day.
Big numbers for one day. That's really good for us, by the way, too.
With no advertising.
No advertisement.
No like special sponsorships or craziness like that. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
Tommy, we are sponsored by SeatGeek, which if you haven't heard, they are an amazing app to help you buy tickets. You'll hear the ad later in the podcast. Click the link in the description right now to download the app. Otherwise, if you really do want to help us, go ahead and click the bell and click the subscribe button. So what do we want to talk about, boys?
You know what's been on my mind lately?
What?
That Travis Scott festival, bro.
It's lit.
Yeah, well, is not.
It's not lit, is it?
No.
What happened?
Well, I guess now the death toll is 9 or 10.
9 people? Oh
Originally, it was 8. Like, they had the injuries coming, obviously, the night of the festival. And then...
How many people went to the hospital?
Well, I mean, they all went to the hospital, but I think 8 were dead within the first 24 hours.
Wow.
I think 8 people had died.
And do you know how they died?
Well, I mean, they're saying is like, you know, the crowd basically bunched up and there was no way out and people were like suffocating and like getting trampled on and like, it basically was just like a collective group of people suffocating each other.
That's insane.
Yeah. No, it's bad. And also like, you know, I think it's 9 or 10 now because there was one UC student. I forget what school she goes to, but I think it was like maybe UC San Diego or UC Davis. Maybe I'm wrong, but college student, and she was there, and she died about 3 days after her family decided to pull her off life support. And
That's
then,
so sad.
Yeah, and then the other night, an 8-year-old, I think, just died, and he's
8 years old?
he's now the youngest. Before it was a 14-year-old. Yeah, 14-year-old died too.
14? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no,
that is
super
insane.
bad.
That's so bad.
Tragic for sure.
So what's Travis Scott's reaction like? He's got to be traumatized now.
Well, yeah, apparently he hasn't left his house
really?
Since it happened. But apparently on the night of the incident, he didn't even know that anything had happened. Like when he left the show, he went to Dave & Buster's.
Really?
Apparently, and he didn't even know anything had happened. But then, you know, he found out later. That's allegedly what happened. And then, yeah, I mean, he issued a huge statement. Obviously, Cactus Jack Records issued a statement, which is his label.
I mean, so yeah,
Kylie Jenner issued a statement.
insane.
The whole Kardashian family issued statements, but he's apparently gonna pay for all the funerals. He's gonna cover all the medical bills. Like, I mean, as he should.
He should, yeah.
But what I really want to focus on is like, there are some people who are saying that it's his fault. Some people are saying it's this, like everyone's kind of pointing fingers in different directions. And I'm just wondering, you know, whose fault it really is. Because what we do know is I believe this was in Houston.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have been.
I believe so.
It was in Texas, I know. But whatever, it was in a big city in Texas. It may have been in Dallas or Houston or Austin. But I think it was in Houston. But the Houston chief of police met with Travis, and he met with Travis's team to discuss like safety concerns, because Travis's concerts are known to be, you know, crazy. You know, like people have definitely gotten hurt, broken legs, arms at his concerts before. No one's died until now, but
It was in the NRG Park in Houston.
yeah,
Astrodome.
that's right. That's right.
Confirm it was in Houston.
Right. And so, like, I guess the chief of police met with Travis and his team and was like, hey, you know, like, we're concerned about, you know, the safety of this venue, you know. And a lot of people, like, with Travis's venues, too, they, like, knock down, like, fences and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people
like,
go crazy.
Yeah, they, like...
They're ragers, all right?
They're
ragers.
They just go through, like, they just, like, bust through security, you know? Like, they don't even really care. They're just, like, crazy. And so I'm wondering, like, whose fault it really is, because they did discuss this with Travis, but at the same time, like when he's up there staring at 50,000 people, he can't necessarily see what's going on.
You can't see every little thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's nuts. So what do you think? I mean, like, what do you think Travis should have done or do in the future now? Like, there's never gonna be a normal Travis Scott concert anymore, is there? There's gonna be a ton of security. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think you are wrong. I think
there's got to be something.
Well, there's not going to be a normal concert. I mean, like even the concerts that are happening now. I don't know if you were seeing, but like there have been multiple concerts where artists have like they're now stopping the show. They're now like checking in on their fans. Like everyone's kind of scarred, you know, because I mean, no one wants to be liable. No one wants to get sued, obviously.
100%. And like, who's gonna take Travis Scott to the
he's
their
facing.
place?
I saw last night.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw last night. He's facing $750 million.
$750 million. This is what it says right here. It says, Astroworld tragedy. Travis Scott and Drake and Apple at their Live Nation hit was worth $750 million in a lawsuit.
Yeah,
that is insane. I found this on foxbusiness.com.
Yeah, no, I just wonder what type of repercussions he's gonna face. You know, it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, no, definitely the lawsuits are gonna come flying in. I mean, that's what people do in this country. They just sue each other.
It says that a attorney named Tony Busby is on behalf of more than 125 fans, including the families of one that has been deceased. And he's suing Travis Scott. It also says that Drake and Live Nation have been hit with another lawsuit from the tragic event that happened. This is so sad. I mean, obviously it's going to be, this is what I compare, like, right? Think about this. You know 9/11, how it changed travel? Yeah. Airports were never the same. Am I wrong? More security.
Oh, no, it changed it changed the world. I mean, obviously, but
is that what this is going to be like?
I mean, I don't know. It's not to say that stuff like this like hasn't happened before. Like there was a Michael Jackson concert where like I think like 20 people died or something.
It's
like,
crazy.
I like, and it just has to do with the mechanics of the crowd.
Yeah, do you think they'll split the crowd up and not have one big mosh pit? Maybe split them up into quadrants?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I wonder if they could do that. Like, because I know with COVID, they were doing concerts like in a weird way like that. But yeah, I wonder if at Travis Scott concerts, they could almost make like boxes, like a fenced area, and then put like a maximum amount of people in there so that it's not other people crowded. You know what I mean? Because that was the issue.
Maybe have more security too. Because I mean, how many fans were there? 50,000, right? And how many security were there?
Yeah, I don't know.
1,000, 2,000, 5,000. I mean, that's
not even probably.
I mean, that's not a lot of people. That's
the ratio.
That's like a mob of raging people like running in. Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
I mean, look. I think Travis is probably one of the greatest live performers like of all time. He's so good. I mean, his concerts. I've been to one of his. I went to Rolling Loud. Yeah, and I mean that's like the craziest crowd I've ever been in. They're like, and I was sandwiched between so many people, and I couldn't get out. Like I had to wait till the show was over. Like I remember at Rolling Loud, like there were dudes who were pushing through the crowd, and they had their girlfriends passed out. Like there was like this guy. I remember he came through and he shoved me because he's just trying to get through. He's like, get out of the way. And he shoved me, and he had his girlfriend like in his like arm, and she was completely passed out, like mouth open, completely unconscious. And that happened probably like 5 to 6 times. Just like random people, like
that many,
people completely unconscious, like passed out.
That's insane.
And if you're not getting water, you're not getting air in that moment, you can die. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that something like this happened, but it's definitely a tragedy for sure.
So who else do you think, like if you think about it, like a Drake concert, a lot of people go to these concerts. Like this could have happened to anybody. Well, why do you think it happened to Travis Scott? Is there something about his persona or the way he throws live events?
Absolutely.
What do you think happened about that?
I love Travis a lot. I respect him. I love his music. But yeah, I think absolutely, like, you know, his message, like, to his fans and stuff when they're, like, at the concerts, it's, like, rage. Like, you need to go all out, go absolutely crazy. Like, And that's how his fans are. Like, he encourages that behavior. You know what I mean? And like,
Mhm.
he doesn't want anyone to get killed. Like, I'm not saying he's like,
No,
oh yeah,
of
go
course
like kill
not.
like 8 people, you know? But he's like definitely his persona and how he depicts himself at like the concerts and what he says and what he does definitely encourages like crazy behavior. And there's also been multiple instances at his concerts where he gets mad at the security for like touching his fans.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't like
I have
security.
Seen that before.
He doesn't like, I mean, he doesn't like security at his shows. Like, he's not about that. Like his ideal show is like getting people together and just going absolutely crazy. And like, look, that's all fun and great, but you have to make sure that it's safe. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You do have to make sure that it's safe. And it's a tragic event. I don't think it'll be happening in the future, obviously, because people are going to be really, really tough on it now.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see.
Do you think he'll be able to pull the same amount of people? Because like, honestly, like, think about those other 49,000 something or other that didn't get hurt but saw what was going on, knows exactly what it's like to be in the crowd, right? There's probably maybe some listening right now. I mean, like, if you have any comments on this, email us at mtapodcast at gmail.com. Also, you can find us on Instagram. Our hold is MTA Podcast, and email us if you have if you want to come on the podcast, if you were there, and if you have any insight on this. And
yeah,
we would love to talk to you. We would love to know. But yeah, do you think like it's so crazy? Like, do you think that many people will go again, like in the mosh pit?
I think so. Like, I think, you know, obviously, like, remember when Logan Paul like had all of his controversy?
I do.
And people said like his career's over, like he's done.
Yeah.
You know? And like everyone thought that, but it just took a while. Like, obviously, like, I think time is like the ultimate healer for a lot of these things. So like, obviously, right away, like a lot of people were hating on him. Like, he didn't really, like, you know what I mean? It took a while for him to regain traction. You know, it took probably a full year for him to really regain traction again and like really start growing and like not being hated on for everything. And so I think similar to that, like, I think it'll take a while before Travis Scott, like, you know, is able to be performing live again and like attract large crowds. But yeah, I think this will always be a stain on not only him and his music, but his live performances. Like, anytime there's a Travis Scott concert, people are going to be concerned about it now, for
100%, 100%.
Yeah, and it's going to hurt. This type of thing hurts, right? Like, this is going to hurt his reputation. There are people who are really angry with him right now, and they're saying it's his fault. Now, whether it was his fault or not, like, you know, that's bad, right? Like,
yeah.
Whether it was his fault or not, people are going to be upset with him. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, and, you know, how this all works out.
So speaking of Travis Scott, I mean, like, $750 million, like, that is a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, how much do you think he's worth? Because on Google, it only says he's worth $60 million.
6D?
$60 million. $60 million.
I bet he's worth more than that.
That's
obviously.
what I think, too.
I bet he's worth more than that.
I mean, he has a Bugatti. He has the Lamborghini. He has the LaFerrari.
He does have a LaFerrari. Yep. I've seen that on his Instagram story. He's literally posted that on his Instagram story. Yep.
Where he's outside of
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yep.
McDonald's. He was known for being the Batman, remember?
Yeah.
He got some backlash for being Batman.
Yeah. I wouldn't say, I mean, look, it's hard to estimate how much someone's worth, so I bet 60 million isn't quite accurate.
It seems low to pull 50,000 people like that.
Yeah, but I mean, his net worth is calculated by a whole wide range of things, you know.
Yeah.
It's not just like how much money he's got in cash. Like, it's not like he has 60 mil to just blow, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I bet that's not right, but I don't know. You know, I think these guys, you know, he has deals with Nike and he has.
So do you think he'll lose that? Like what happened with David Dobrik and how he lost some sponsors and Logan Paul?
Well, he's already been pulled from a couple venues. Like, he was planning to do concerts at a couple different places and they kicked him out. Yeah, they kicked him off. So he's already losing out. I mean, I don't think it'll be detrimental though. I don't think this is a career ender at all. Like, I really don't think that. Like,
okay.
I would be so surprised if this stumped it. Like, I mean, we're talking about Travis Scott here. You know what I mean? We're talking about Travis Scott. Like, Astroworld was the biggest album of the year when it came out. Like, it's one of the biggest rap albums in terms of sales of the decade, period. Like, it's probably top 5. Like, it's an insanely big album. And Travis Scott is an insanely big artist. I mean, he's probably he's definitely top 10. He's top 5 rappers 10. On the scene right 100%. Now. You know, for the past, if you think about the past 5 years, Travis Scott's top 5, right? Like, you know what I mean?
That's just insane. I mean, like, it's hard to wrap your mind around, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
A 9-year-old, a 14-year-old. It's so insane. And, you know, I agree with you, Tommy. I don't think this will end his career. If it does, I mean, that's terrible. I don't think you'd want this to happen, but, yeah, I hope he recovers from this. I hope in a year's time people forget about this. You know what I mean? Like, it's happened to so many other people. And we'll see from there. Today, the sponsor of the podcast is MTA. Say it with me.
MTA.
If you have any free time to listen or you just want to join in on a good conversation, check out MTA Podcast, the best choice by far. Back to the podcast.
Well, I was thinking about, like, celebrity stuff, like Alec Baldwin.
Yes.
Yeah, he shot that lady and he killed her completely by accident.
He did.
That's interesting too. Like, how does that happen?
So,
I've
heard so many things.
Apparently, I mean,
it was a prop gun with a.
It was supposedly a prop gun, but what's now apparent is that it was a real gun.
Because they were shooting the real guns after the set, weren't they? That's what I heard too. That they were going and shooting them, like real guns. But I don't know if this is all speculation. I really don't know. I'm seeing right now. It's like George Clooney reacts to the shooting of reacts to Alec Baldwin, the Western Film Rust. So I'm seeing all this stuff right now. On the news stuff, on people reacting to it, on what he has to say. And I saw an interview on him. He was on the side of the road, right? And they pulled up, and you could just tell he was the worst state I've ever seen him. And this guy is someone who is pretty famous. He was on The Boss Baby. Everyone knows about Alec Baldwin. He played Trump in SNL.
Yeah, that was
iconic,
how I knew
iconic.
him. That's how I knew him. Yeah.
And yeah, I saw in his face and his eyes, he looked distraught. Like I said, he is an actor. I don't know. I mean, my guess is as good as yours right now. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know that he did look very stressed out when they pulled him over. I know he's talking with the woman's daughter that he shot and killed. And yeah, I mean, this is another tragic event. It's
definitely a freak accident from what it seems.
I mean, it's just crazy.
I doubt that he would intentionally do that, obviously.
No, I mean,
not there.
I wouldn't say he's at the height of his career, but he is definitely in a very, very good spot. We'll see how much Forbes puts his net worth at. It's around they say 60 million again. So
yeah, he's a well acclaimed like actor and like, you know what I mean, like face in the world. Like, he's well known for sure.
Very well known, and he has kids. So I can only imagine what he's feeling right now, knowing that he killed the what do you call it? The woman's.
She was like a product designer or something.
I thought she was a cinematographer.
Maybe you're right. I don't know, but she was up there in the movie, like whatever movie they were making.
Yeah, it was called Rust. They were on the set, and
I wonder if that movie's still.
It says right here on.
That movie's probably they're gonna cut that. They're gonna cut that.
Yeah, I don't know if the movie will come out.
They're gonna cut that production.
It says right here. It says this was published October 22nd, 2021. Alec Baldwin Rust camera crew walked out before shooting. They walked out before shooting. So I definitely think there's something going on. Whether it be
they're doing an investigation on it.
Yeah,
so.
It's just weird. I mean, I'm looking at the set right now, and it's in near Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Right.
And it's very rural.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's very rural.
Yeah.
Especially where they are. Yeah, the prop gun. It says that it misfired, and it accidentally charged 3 rounds. Had 3 accidental discharges.
Interesting.
So
how does that happen?
I don't know. This is just until the full result comes out. And I don't know when this will come out. Maybe in a year, maybe in 2, maybe it'll never come out. But this is such a tragedy. And again, I mean, like, will filming be different now? Will they take more precautions? Hopefully, right? Hopefully they double check the gun.
Sure, all the big sets right now are double checking.
If you ever see a gun, you should always make sure that it's not loaded with a real gun, right? I mean, this is because if someone was tampering with the gun, right, you never know, right?
Yeah, like, and obviously that's probably what's been happening here. I don't know if it was a setup or just like a freak accident. I don't know how this would be an accident though.
I don't know. We just have to wait.
Yeah, I mean, so.
That's pretty crazy.
This podcast is brought to you by MTA Productions, the best podcast on all of YouTube. Make sure to check out MTA Podcast on YouTube. That's one word, MTA space podcast. Make sure to like our latest podcast and subscribe for more amazing content. Thanks so much.
What's your favorite fast food spot? Like
Chick-fil-A.
actual Chick-fil-A. Why Chick-fil-A?
I think the best value. They have the best value for sure. They're good. They're fast. They're just great. Like, great customer service, great food, good prices.
I'm going to go ahead and ask our producer, Andre Moretti. He's the producer of the show.
What's going on, Andre?
If you probably
he's been here this whole time.
He's been here this whole time. He's been checking the levels. He's been doing a good job. He runs things behind the scenes.
Let me see. Favorite fast food?
Yes, favorite.
Yeah, absolute favorite.
There's a place in Gilroy called Brew City Burger.
Yes,
You've been there?
I know what you're talking about.
I've never been there. What's it about? Is it?
It's just like a really good burger place. You know, Muya Burger?
Never been.
No, I've heard of Brew City though.
Yeah, it's just they make like fire burgers.
Yeah, no, I've heard of Brew City. I've never actually been. I want to go, but
yeah,
I haven't been.
And it's really new.
Yeah, no, that's what I heard. I heard it's new.
I live like maybe 2 minutes away from there, so like.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So you guys have any hobbies? Recently, I've been playing golf. A lot of golf.
That's right.
A lot of golf. And if there's any golf fans out there, what I've learned is golf's so much more a mental sport than physical. So much more. Like when let's say it's a par 4, right? I'm on my 3rd shot and I'm 10 feet away. 10 feet, that's it. 10 feet, not even yards away. 10 feet away from the green. And, there's a few things to think about. I can putt it, right? I can chip it. I can bump and run. But I'm a big chipper guy. I love to challenge my game, not have it be easy, not just hit it on the green, right? I want to have, I want it to be good. So I'm practicing my chippy game. I know Salim the Dream on Nelk is playing a ton of golf.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Good for him, I guess. I mean,
he says he's going to go pro. That's what he says. He says in a couple years, he's going to go pro. He's only 8.
I want to say that's
19 or
big
20?
cap.
You think that's big cap, right?
That's big cap.
He says he loves the game and he's there every day, he says. That's what he says.
I mean, they have him in the golf prank videos for a reason. Because he knows golf like that.
Yeah. So you don't think he's going to be a pro?
No. I don't know. I feel like he makes more money on Nelk than being a golfer.
There's a lot of money to be made in golf. A lot of money.
But I don't think he's good enough to do that.
I don't think he's good enough to do that either. Right now, though. But honestly, if he has that drive, he's become one of the main members of Nelk. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like he was a fixture. Like, oh my God, who is Salami? They used to call him Salami and Cousin Jay. Like, who are these guys? Get them out. They're duds, man. But they become like a fixture, and I think everyone who's a Nelk fan is just they like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're there now.
He took over Jesse's.
MTV Jesse.
Yeah.
But Jesse still was in Nelk kind of. He's running the behind the scenes with the closing. He has his own YouTube channel. We can't see it on the podcast because this will get monetized. But it is you can look it up on YouTube at like MTV Jesse show. And he's running a really good show too. It's actually pretty good. It's like a little, it's like his own little reality TV show.
Yeah.
It's like a little sitcom. He's got cool music, cool intro in LA.
So like he's still like part of Nelk.
He's still part of Nelk, yeah, but like he's just behind the scene. He's like the clothing brand, like he's all about cut and sew. Yeah, that's what he does. He does the clothing brand, and he does a really good job of it too.
For real. Yeah, no, I don't really watch Nelk too much, but I know generally like what they're up to, like what's going on. So
you think they're gonna fall off?
I don't know. Do you think so?
I think they had a falling off though. I think they already had a falling off.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. So I think the height was what? It was 2020 to I think it was 2020 was their main top year. No?
I would say like
maybe
2019, 2020. I would say that.
I would say 2019 they were coming up. I say 2020 was even
because I remember watching them in like 2018, 2017.
I remember watching the prank they did in LA where they had like the Coke cans.
Yeah.
That was insane. But
I mean, dude,
no one knew
still,
who they were though.
They're still racking in mils.
Yeah, they still have a great
5.8, 5.3, 4.2,
How many
7
subscribers?
mil.
How many subscribers?
How many subs? 7
million.
7 mil.
Quite a bit. But they're not quite on the level as like Jake Paul or Logan Paul or even Mr. Beast. Think about that.
No, they're not, because I would say Logan Paul and Jake Paul, all them, I think they're a little more kid friendly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They kind of they'll change audience.
Nelk is for
like
an older audience.
And they're
Nelk is for like our age for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, this is what we're gonna do. We don't care if YouTube takes us down. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't care. You know what I mean? Where Logan Paul and Jake Paul will cry on camera to get more views and
like David,
you know what I mean?
David Dobrik, like all them. Yeah.
David Dobrik he's pretty. I mean, like, remember when he stopped his vlogs though?
Yeah, that was crazy with that whole allegation.
Yeah, what even happened with him? What was up with that?
So,
I don't even know.
Apparently, he was at Dirty Dom's place, right? Or apartment where I don't know who else was living in the apartment. Maybe it was just Dirty Dom. I don't know. Comment down below. Hashtag shameless plug.
Mm-hmm.
They had these girls come in, and it was like Dirty Dom's part. Remember, he was like always the guy with the do-rag. He was picking up the girls, and apparently either I don't know if David bought the alcohol or there was somehow alcohol. The girls were drunk, and Dirty Dom closed the deal. But that was kind of a thing where he just kind of like
I heard that they like forced him to like drink more.
I've heard a lot of things too. I don't know if that's true or not. It says he's worth 15 million, so he has 18 million subscribers on YouTube.
Ooh, David Dobrik.
He changed the name of the game in vlogs. Who was before David Dobrik though? Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat made vlogging cool, and this guy is an old man. He's an old man.
For real,
that was so crazy. You remember that too?
Casey Neistat.
The playing video, the Emirates.
Casey Neistat, like
he changed the game.
He was like the pioneer of like YouTube vlogging.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He did. He pioneered it for sure. Casey Neistat was the absolute goat. Daily vlogging.
Daily. And you know how hard
20 to 25 minute videos. Yeah, every day.
It's actually really hard. And to edit them.
Yeah, it's
he has
a full-time job.
He has 12 mil.
I don't think he does daily vlogs anymore though.
I do not think he does it anymore. I do know daily vlogs.
Casey Neistat?
He moved to LA.
He did, yeah. He did.
I saw that. And once he moved to LA, it was kind of like, yo.
Yeah.
The views are down.
Yeah.
There's less engagement. And I really started to like.
His videos are short now, dude.
How long are they for one video?
I would say they average 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's it.
Well, I would honestly like.
Yeah, I would rather have
I prefer the vlogging style, like one video every 3 days that's 5 to 6 minutes and just absolutely packed. With
that's tough.
Yeah, it's got to be good content, though.
Because he can film a whole day. He could film 15 hours out of the day, and he comes back with 5 minutes. That's tough. That's a tough job.
Right.
And does he have an editor, or does he probably...
No, I don't think he did when he was doing daily vlogs. I think he was editing them.
So, I mean, that's a long day.
For real.
That's a long week.
Yeah, it's a long
And for him to do that... consistently for how many years?
He was daily vlogging off and on for many, many years.
Yeah, a couple of years.
To do that every day.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, he was doing that for a while.
Yeah, but going back to Nelk,
Yeah.
they dropped when did they drop their podcast?
It's called the Full Send Podcast.
Yeah, Full Swing Podcast.
I
I mean, they almost have a mil. They literally need 7,000 more subscribers to reach a mil.
That's crazy.
They can get that in one day.
Oh yeah, easily.
So they joined July 13th of 2021.
What?
Yes,
dude.
With
dang,
over 42 million views.
They have a mill already.
And they just dropped Happy Dad.
They dropped Happy Dad. I wouldn't say they just dropped Happy Dad.
I mean, they're just releasing merch for it.
Yeah, they're releasing merch for it. Yes. But Happy Dad is a big thing too. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's only for Kyle to know. Kyle, we're talking about Kyle Forjod.
Yeah.
He is such a smart genius. You hear everyone talk about this, but
he's a businessman.
He is such a businessman, dude.
He is.
This guy knows that, like, dude, YouTube's not paying us. There's only so much more time we can sell this merch. There's got to be something more to the Full Send brand. And creating that seltzer, right?
For real.
Have any of you guys tried Happy Dad? I've never tried Happy Dad.
No. I haven't. No.
Never tried
like
Happy Dad.
Not available anywhere.
It's out everywhere.
No.
It's sold out.
My cousin has bought it off of Amazon.
Dude, I saw him on eBay
eBay,
I saw one on eBay for $250 for $500. Some of them are signed and they're just selling them. It's like, bro, this is insane.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah,
it's insane. They're gonna put them on StockX pretty soon, huh?
Dude, and Bevmos were getting.
Bevmos were getting
100 calls an hour. They were getting 100 calls an hour, and they would they'd literally pick up the phone and say,
"We don't.
Welcome to Bevmo. We don't have Happy Dad." That's how they would start every call. We're out of Happy Dad. Literally, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah. I think another person we're overlooking here is Steve.
Steve, bro. I feel like Steve has grown the most.
Steve, dude, I look at old Steve.
When did he join?
He is such a baby.
When did he join?
Did you see that too?
Steve's channel.
Steve joined in what, 2019 or 2020?
Yeah,
2019.
Like late 2019.
Late 2019.
Didn't he have the fastest
Yes, he was
subscriber count?
crazy.
Steve hit a mil in
a month.
I think less than 3 months, bro.
I think he hit it in a month.
Yeah, no, he's insane.
I mean, he has.
Didn't he hit 250K in like a week after the Logan Paul party when he slammed the bottle of bourbon or whatever, Jack Daniels?
He's crazy.
And I see other people trying to do the Steve will do it challenges, right?
No,
and they don't
can't.
come close, dude. They don't come close.
Yeah, no, he's
right.
He's different.
No,
bro.
he's different. He's different.
I
don't know what
the healthiest man alive too.
I don't know what he does, bro. But he's different. Like he's able to do things, bro, that are just like not.
I feel like the stuff he does would kill people.
Yeah.
Like if you drank a whole thing of alcohol like that, bro,
of Jack, yeah,
you're done. You're slumped over.
Yeah, no, that'd kill you right away.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like he says he's like the healthiest man alive, and he's gone to get tests. I think that's why he stopped drinking so much. Because have you looked at him now? He looks a little bit. I mean, I know he's only 24 or 23 or something like that. He's young, but dude, he looks a lot old. He got old real quick.
Yeah.
He was like 20, 21, and then all of a sudden he's 23 or 24, whatever how old he is now, and he looks different.
He does.
He's bigger though. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's been going to the gym with Bradley Martin.
It's because he's giving him drugs, dude.
Yeah, Bradley Martin. If you're watching this, you're in our DMs. Got out of our DMs. All right.
Steve will do it. Has 4 mil subs.
He has 4 mil subs.
So I mean, theoretically, let's just say 1 million subs a year. Around there.
That is a lot. That is very
around there.
I mean, but look at Mr. Beast is probably, I would say, one of the quickest.
Okay.
But you can't compare everything to Mr. Beast.
See, I don't even watch Mr. Beast.
He's that one in a trillion, just to like, oh my gosh, like how is this happen? Like one in a bit. This is so rare. Like
he has 75
fast.
million subs.
But his videos are like Mr. Beast. He gave David Dobrik a car. He's giving his assistants a car. He's buying RMs.
It's crazy. What about 6ix9ine? What do y'all think about Steve and 6ix9ine, bro?
So I love Steve will do it. But
that's funny. I found that funny.
On the Full Send podcast, this guy, I forget his name. I know his name. I think it starts with David something or Dave. He runs the a lot of places like to restaurants in like Miami and stuff like that. He's really big. Like this guy's really big. He knows Kim. He knows a lot of people. He's really big, and his restaurants are really expensive too. Like
right.
And he was talking about
David. Was it David Grapman?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. David. Yeah. He talked about how he's like Murder Murph. He had a lookout, and 6ix9ine was in the car, and they were trying to pull up on Meek Mill or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, Murder Murph. And Murder Murph, have you guys seen Murder Murph with the bleached hair? This guy is so Murder Murph. If you're listening, come on the podcast. We'd love to have you. But he is like, he's a little chubby dude. He's old. He's like a gangster. He's pretty funny. I like Murder Murph. But
for real.
Yeah, well, I would see. I mean, like, there's a lot of bad stuff that comes with 6ix9ine, right? He's a really dangerous person because people hate him. So for Steve will do it to associate with him, that's risky. But you know, Steve, right? Do what you want to do. Whatever makes you happy.
For real.
And you got to live and learn, right? So
absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up here. We got to move on, but thank y'all for listening to the podcast. We appreciate you. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Andre?
I don't know.
Just say thanks for listening.
Thank you all for listening.
Catch us again on YouTube. Subscribe right now. Hit the like bell and make sure to stay in touch with MTA for the next video out. Thank you.
If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it.